Have you looked in the mirror and noticed that your gums have pulled back and your teeth look longer than before? Now you're scared to brush the gum line because you don't want to push your gums back even further. But there is a correct way to clean the gum line while protecting your gums from damage. I've taught this exact technique to hundreds of my patients who were struggling with gum recession. And in this video, I'll show it to you too, step by step. So let's start with the brush. Should you use a hard, medium or soft toothbrush? Contrary to popular belief, harder bristles do not remove more bacteria than softer bristles. They only place more pressure on your gums and expose tooth roots. You can use a manual or electric toothbrush. If your electric toothbrush has a gentle mode, use it. And if it has a pressure sensor, use that as a guide. And use a soft or ultra soft brush head. But a soft toothbrush alone will not protect your gums from damage. If the bristles don't reach the gum line, the bacteria stay behind. So the second step is to use the correct angle. Point the bristles toward the gum line at a 45-degree angle. The tips of the bristles should gently touch the line where tooth and gum meet. Don't leave the bristles in the middle of the tooth, because then they won't clean the gum line. But don't force them underneath the gums either. They only need to touch the gum line gently. This angle allows the bristles to reach the exact area where bacteria collect. But even with the perfect angle, you can still damage your gums if you use too much pressure. So the third step is to use gentle pressure and small movements. And this is the step many people get wrong. A soft toothbrush used with too much force is no longer gentle on your gums. If the bristles flatten or spread across the tooth, you're pressing too hard. Reduce the pressure until the bristles only bend slightly. Then move the brush using short, gentle movements over a few teeth at a time. Don't scrub your teeth using long, aggressive side-to-side movements. More pressure does not remove more bacteria. It only places more force on the gums and exposed roots. If you use an electric toothbrush, keep the bristles angled gently toward the gum line. Guide it slowly along the gum line and let the brush do the work. Don't add aggressive scrubbing on top of the brush's movement. And if the pressure warning turns on, reduce the pressure until it disappears. Now you have the correct brush, angle and pressure. But you could still leave half of your gum line unclean if you don't follow the final step. The fourth step is to clean the entire gum line. Start from the back and follow the gum line from one tooth to the next. First, clean the outside surfaces. Then, clean the inside surfaces facing your tongue. Many people only clean the areas they can see in the mirror, but bacteria can build up behind your teeth too. When you reach the inside of the front teeth, turn your toothbrush vertically so the bristles can reach the gum line properly. Following the same order every time helps prevent you from missing areas. Brush this way for 2 to 3 minutes, twice every day. But even with the correct technique, an abrasive toothpaste can still wear the exposed root surface. Some strong whitening and charcoal toothpaste can be more abrasive. Combined with too much pressure, they may cause more wear to the exposed root area. So choose a gentle fluoride toothpaste or a sensitivity toothpaste if the exposed areas hurt. But what if you follow this exact brushing technique and your gums keep pulling back? That means something else may be causing the recession. And if you don't identify it, more of the tooth roots can become exposed. So watch this video next, where I'll show you what may be causing your gum recession and exactly what you need to do before it gets worse.